Almost all superheroes have secret identities, even the Power Rangers, as Zordon famously gave the Rangers 3 rules to follow. First, never use your powers for personal gain. Second, never escalate a battle unless Rita forces you. And finally, keep your identity secret. No one may know you're a Power Ranger. But sometimes people find out. I was asked to do a video on all Power Rangers who ever got caught morphin by civilians, so I started researching, and I put a lot of work into researching, and then I found the Identity Reveal Episodes Ranger Wiki. So if you retain information better by reading than you do by watching videos, well, first of all, why are you on my channel? And second, go check out this wiki. There are some tangentially related fun facts in this video that aren't on the wiki, but if you want the bullet points, it's a really good wiki. In Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2, The Ninja Encounter Part 3, which is the plot arc that introduces Adam, Rocky, and Aisha, the 3 Rock Canyon students are kidnapped, and during their rescue, Billy has a super unbelievable run-in with a snake. It's a contrived plot leading to him having to remove his helmet in order to breathe. Like what? Did the snake dent the helmet ventilation system? I'll give him it wasn't a normal snake. Anyway, after the Billy's out of the bag, Tommy and Kim just kind of give up and take their helmets off too. I think it's very fitting that the first people to ever learn a Power Ranger's secret identity then become Power Rangers themselves. Also in Mighty Morphin Season 2, Win is a Ranger, not a Ranger. As the Rangers face off against a brain-wiping monster named Scatterbrain, Bulk and Skull watch from behind a suspiciously sparse bush. The ability of bushes in the Power Rangers universe to hide literally anything, including loud noises, should be studied. Bulk and Skull witness the Rangers' defeat as all their memories are lost, and learn their true identities. Then they step in, saving the day, and returning the Rangers' memories, but losing their own in the process. So it's only a temporary reveal. I love this episode because aside from the obvious flaws in their plot arc, bullies who become cops, Bulk and Skull really are very wholesome characters who undergo a lot of abuse from the world around them. And anytime a Ranger shows them kindness or they get a chance to be heroes, it's very fulfilling as an audience member. In the Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers Climb Every Fountain, the Alien Rangers demorph in front of an entire crowd of people, leading them to be publicly recognized by all humans as the Power Rangers, because in this timeline, they predate the Mighty Morphin team. They later receive accolades as heroes. I also believe they're publicly known already on their home planet of Aquitar because of how flippant they are with their secret identities. In Zeo, Brother Can You Spare an Arrowhead, Tommy and his brother David have been captured by Lord Zed. Tommy escapes and spends the rest of the episode trying to rescue David. Once the Zeo Red Ranger does this, David tries to run back into harm's way, worried about his brother still being trapped. To prevent him from getting hurt, Tommy reveals his identity. It's a good episode, good season. I also just love that the actors are real-life brothers. May they both rest in peace. Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, which is the correct full title of the film, the introductory plot arc for Justin. Rocky hurts his back while training for a martial arts tournament, and when Justin goes to visit him in the hospital, he hides under the bed for some reason, and hears the Rangers take a call from Zordon and then sees them teleport away. This leads him to confront Rocky, who sends him to the power chamber to take on the blue turbo power in his stead, which is a questionable decision on Rocky's part for sure. Say what you like about Justin, I liked him. The hair is not his fault. We can blame that one on the 90s. In Power Rangers in Space, Andros and Zane were public figures on KO-35. In Zane's destiny, we meet what's left of the Korovan people, led by Commander Quinwan and Taikwa. These two are on a first-name and hugging basis with Andros and Zane, showing that they knew them previously before the war with Dark Spectre. And when Zane and Andros show up to protest the innocence of their teammates, everyone in the room recognizes them as their Power Rangers, which shows they were public figures on their home planet. Also in Space, an episode that lives in infamy, Carlos on Call, where Carlos morphs in a photo booth. A photo booth. And then a young girl named Silvy finds the photos and uses them to blackmail Carlos into hanging out with her because she misses her older brother who passed away recently. Carlos yells at her for selfishly using his ranger powers for her own gain when she asks him to get a rock from the moon, only to then learn that she and her brother used to talk about becoming astronauts and going to the moon. Yes, that's right. The episode went dark. This is also the infamous take a child into space without a spacesuit episode. Did you know you can canonically breathe in space in Power Rangers? Countdown to Destruction is one of the most iconic Power Rangers reveals, and it is the season finale of Power Rangers in Space, wherein Astronema is threatening civilians to give up the Rangers. Bulk and Skull bravely step forward, announcing they are the Blue and Black Rangers respectively, starting a wave of others chiming in. Chaos ensues, only for the real Rangers to call out dramatically, appearing on the cusp of a nearby rooftop and morphing in front of all of Angel Grove to join in on the battle. Whether or not you count the Magna Defender as an armored ally or a Power Ranger, in Power Rangers Lost Galaxy Escape the Lost Galaxy, Mike infiltrates Captain Mutiny's slave camp to free the rest of the prisoners, and during the escape he morphs in front of his new friend, wink wink, romance plotline, Haley and her grandfather. And then he blows up inside his Zord and is left floating, unmorphed, and unarmored without a vehicle, in space. But he's fine, because you can breathe in space in Power Rangers. The Lightspeed Rescue Rangers are one for the record books because they are the first main season Ranger team to be publicly known by everyone in Mariner Bay. I mean, just look at Kelsey with her helmet off hugging Nancy after a rescue mission. In Time Force Worlds Apart, Wes's visor is broken while battling Univolt when he steps in to take a hit for the Silver Guardians, who never thought to institute any kind of armor in their uniforms, even after this. I mean, come on, they're wearing hats, barrettes, and ball caps, not even helmets. And with a broken visor, Wes's identity is revealed to his father and the Silver Guardians, but I think that the helmet issue is more important than that. In Bodyguard in Blue, Holly, the daughter of a kidnapped scientist, hires Lucas as a bodyguard. To protect her from a mutant named Clawlocks, he morphs in front of her. And at the end of the episode, she promises not to tell anyone. And I feel like this is an appropriate use of the 2 Nickels audio.
Wow! If I had a nickel for every time I was doomed by a puppet, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
Also, Time Force, they honestly did a bad job keeping it a secret. The episode Full Exposure, Mitch, a journalism photographer, takes pictures of the demorphed Rangers after they lose a fight, which is a pretty freaking bold move, honestly, and I don't know why no one else has ever tried this. Katie then spends the rest of the episode begging him to get rid of the pictures instead of just beating him up and taking them like she should. In Wild Force Three's a Crowd, while helping at a wedding, Danny totally even checks to make sure no one is around. There was a mix-up with a locked door and them going to another door, so they're still in the room, and he is caught morphing by his love interest and florist, Kendall, and a competing suitor who we never saw before and will never see again, Collin, who later tries the weak-ass, she deserves better than a hero can offer her speech. She chooses Danny, though, because she's not stupid. I can't handle the look of shock on Danny's face when Collin calls him Black Ranger, and he's like, how did you know? Dude, the fucking jackets are a dead giveaway. The Wild Force team have the weakest secret identities in all of Power Rangers history. And people give the Mighty Morphin team grief over always wearing their Ranger colors. Like, these guys are literally wearing jackets that say the name of their Power Ranger. Also, Wild Force, in a father's footsteps, Alyssa's father recognizes her family's fighting style being used by the White Tiger Ranger. I particularly like this one because he never sees her morph or demorph. He just figures it out. Also, they're adorable and I love them. Power Rangers Ninja Storm, the Eye of the Storm. When Shane's stuffy businessman older brother Porter comes to town, he just happenstancedly sees Shane morph, and I mean irrelevant to them being brothers, other than that being his reason for being in town, which just makes me wonder why more people in Blue Bay Harbor don't catch the Rangers. In Dino Thunder's Drawn to Danger, using an evil pin, a comic book artist named Carson Brandy accidentally traps the 3 main Rangers inside his newest comic book. And in order to convince him to help the Rangers, Trent has to morph in front of him so he knows the severity of the situation. In the season finale of Dino Thunder, Thunderstruck, Cassidy and Devon get video footage of the Rangers, which could make their reporting career, and actually now that I'm thinking of it, I was wrong when I said no one had tried what Mitch tried in Time Force, because that's literally what they're doing here. And in the end, they decide to delete the footage for the same reason as Mitch. I love these two. They are super awesome characters and their development is so good. They start out crappy, they end up really great. And going on that journey with them as an audience member, I truly believe this is the decision that they would have made at the end of the season. SPD are a public organization and the Rangers' identities are just known to everybody. In Power Rangers Mystic Force Light Source, the Rangers tell their boss Toby, an owner of the Record Emporium, that they are Rangers. Just kinda cause he asks, and I guess they're having a bad day and they needed someone to talk to, and he's a pretty nice guy. He doesn't believe them, but then he sees them morph in later, so. In the season finale of Mystic Force, Mystic Fate, the Rangers lose their powers only for the people of both the magical and non-magical kingdoms to come together and revive their magic with love. Or something. So everybody in Briarwood knows who they are. Briarwood's kind of like a more chill, mystical version of New Tech City. Mr. Hartford is not at all secretive when recruiting the Operation Overdrive Rangers, and they are known by the public as well. In Jungle Fury's Ghost of a Chance, Fran finally gets the vindication of knowing why she's always left to run an entire pizza shop by herself when she breaks rule number 1 and sits in RJ's chair to watch TV, only to see the Rangers morph on the monitor. And honestly, I'm a little disappointed in the Power Rangers that they didn't think to tell her themselves, because that is what she deserved. In Blue Ranger Twin Danger, the episode where they faceplant at diversity by casting the same POC actor in a double role, I'm serious, Theo and Master Mao are the only people of color in that whole season. Theo's twin brother Luen comes to visit. And the funny thing is, Lily literally almost spills the beans to him after he borrows one of Theo's shirts, giving who she thinks is her good friend a pep talk about how he's just as cool as his brother. But the Monster of the Week captures Luen thinking he's the Blue Ranger, and after solo saving the whole team, Theo demorphs in front of his twin. Just for funsies, I guess. It strengthens their relationship or something? In Maryl and the Monkeys, Dominic morphs in front of genetic engineer Maryl Snyder to gain her trust and her help in defeating a misused piece of tech that she invented. Corinth City is really small, and robot attacks can happen like any time, so the Power Rangers RPM team are also publicly known. In Power Rangers Dino Charge Breakout, Prince Phillip III shows up at the Amber Beach Museum to take back the relics from Xandar to their country of origin, which includes Ivan's gold inner gem. After Coda saves Phillip's butt and he learns the identities of all the Rangers, he entrusts the inner gem back to Ivan. In Deep Down Under, the Dino Charge Rangers are searching for the Plesiozord in New Zealand. They enlist the help of Dr. Runga, the paleontologist who inspired Shelby as a child, who happens to be a specialist in plesiosaurs. He turns them away, joins the bad guy, steals Shelby's phone footage, claims it as his own discovery, and then stalks the Rangers to a beach. But all of that is forgiven when he eventually throws the purple inner gem to the plesiosaur and saves her life. I don't know. I'm just not as nice as the Rangers, I guess, because that guy would have been in the doghouse for life after that. In Love at First Fight, Chase's girlfriend Kaylee witnesses him setting up a trap for a monster by flirting with her. And then she follows him to give him a piece of her mind about cheating on her, only to witness the Rangers morphing instead. And it's kind of fitting that she finds out he's the Black Ranger, because she initially dated the Black Ranger over Chase, and then got back together with Chase after the Black Ranger turned her down, so I just kind of feel like now they're on the same page as far as their dating history. In Beast Morphers, Target Tower, Devon gets demorphed in front of Mayor Dainels, who is his father, which really clears up the problems they were having, because his dad now knows that it's not laziness that is the reason he's never around and can't hold down a job, it's because he's the Red Power Ranger. In the Season 2 finale, Evox Unleashed, Zoe's mom Muriel begs Commander Shaw to let her daughter evacuate the city along with her, since she's not an integral part of Grid Battle Force and just works in the laundry room. Zoe takes off her helmet in front of her mom in a very touching scene that makes me cry. In the Dino Fury Season 1 finale, Void Trap, Ollie and his mom, Dr. Akana, rescue the captured Rangers by severing their link to the Morphin Grid as it was being used to power an evil machine that would kill them. And as the connection is lost, all the Rangers are demorphed in front of Mrs. Akana, who's a really great ally, so honestly they should have just told her sooner. In Things Unspoken, Izzy Garcia finds a way to clue her girlfriend Fern into her secret identity without really telling her. Fern had previously admitted to the Green Ranger that she loved her girlfriend, so when Izzy said, "I love you too," Fern was able to figure it out. This mended their relationship as it finally gave Fern the true reason why Izzy declined her free ride to college and ruined their dream of going together. It's because she's got things to do. In The Invasion, Pop Pop is injured while defending the Ravkonian leader, Aurea, with a shovel. God, I love Pop Pop. I love Pop Pop so much. He'll just throw himself in front of monsters and lasers with no armor and only a shovel to defend an alien who is trying to eradicate his entire species. We deserve a Pop Pop Ranger. Pop Pop should have become a Ranger in Cosmic Fury, and honestly, so should Solon and Mrs. Akana. Anyway, Amelia takes her helmet off when she rushes to his side and takes him to her base for medical attention. And finally, in the Once and Always Netflix special, Min catches Zach and Billy arguing about how exactly they're going to tell her that her mom died in the line of Ranger duty, revealing the identities of the entire Mighty Morphin team to a new generation of teenagers with attitude. We also deserve a follow-up season to Once and Always where Min starts a new team with second-gen Rangers like Kat and Tommy's son, JJ. Well, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you skipped the video just to go to the wiki page, could you still like and subscribe to boost my channel? But you wouldn't know to do that. You wouldn't even know that I asked you because you're not here right now. So you're just on the wiki page. Come back. Okay, bye!